What's up? What's good, people of YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're watching or listening from? Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for tuning in this week and tuning in however many weeks you've watched. I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, today I want to talk about, as you can see from the title, I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about how to heal. Some tips and tricks I've learned over the years. Oh my gosh, I sound old. Over the years, honestly, not even over the years. Honestly, I really did just learn this year, literally. But that's all right. Yeah, some tips and tricks I've learned about how to heal and how to go about that. Because healing is such an important aspect of like your life. Like people are going to hurt you in some way or another. People are going to hurt you, whether it's on purpose or accident or whatever, and whether it's family or friends or your significant other. Like people are going to hurt you, and if you don't know how to heal, yeah, it's not life. I feel like life sucks. Okay, I feel like life sucks when you just can't seem to like get over things and you're just stuck in the past and you're just whatever. Because I've definitely been there, and it's not the best position to be in. So today again, I want to share some things I've learned, just to try to help all of us, be able to heal. Especially like I feel like ways I've learned to heal helps me heal like a lot faster than like I ever knew before. So let's just get into it and stop freaking rambling. The first point I have is, I don't know how to say this. Like, you have to allow yourself to hurt. You have to allow yourself to feel. So many times, for me, I, someone like did me wrong or, something happened where I was hurt, and I would try to avoid that memory or that thought or that just situation, because it brought me pain. Why would I go back to a situation that brought me pain? A quote that well, I don't know if it's a quote, but like, God, I'm gonna ruin it. I don't know what this is, but like one of my friends told me one time, like sometimes some things are like a hot stove, and if you like put your hand on a hot stove, it burns you, and your brain will subconsciously tell you to not put your hand back on that stove. So sometimes someone will hurt us, and we don't really want to go back to that because, or not even go back to that, but just think about that, or we don't want to like heal from that. We don't want to whatever because it brings us pain. But it is okay to hurt. It is definitely okay to feel, and I think that's very important in your healing process. I feel like if you avoid it, it just delays your process. It just delays your healing process. It delays you getting better, getting back to where you want to be. Especially for men, like so many times. Well, not so many times, but I don't know. I feel like there's this like stigma out there that men are supposed to, they'd be this big, strong, person, and like you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to hurt, and whatever. And you can very much be a strong man who cries and who hurts. Like I think that is a very real thing. And people try to, especially on social media, people try to act like they're all big and bad, and they're all they got all this money or they got all this and that, and like that's just not real life. I'm just keep it a buck with you. That's not real life. Everyone hurts. Everyone goes through things. It is very important that you know how to heal. You know how to move on in a sense. So yeah, you want to allow yourself to feel. But at the same time, you don't want to soak in that. You don't want to, like mope. Is that a real word? Moping? Yeah, so it's really important to like find a balance of, spending some time by yourself, thinking about those things, trying to heal from those things, but at the same time, you don't want to, be in your bed depressed for like a week straight. It is very good and important to like find distractions. I don't know where. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, like someone taught me before, like, I don't know. I just feel like I've been told or taught or something that like distractions were bad. Um, and just like every aspect, like just never be distracted, like always be focused, like whatever. But definitely like when you're trying to heal, distractions are a very good thing. And it's different for everybody. A distraction might be hanging out with your friends, watching movies, watching Netflix, playing video games, going to church, like whatever. You have to find out what that is for you. Um, and where's a place where you can get your mind off of things, because you don't want to just sit in that pain. You don't want to just sit there, um, because you're not healing. It's very hard. It's a lot easier said than done, to find that balance. There's going to be many times where you do too much of one thing. You have too much of your distractions, or you have too much of your hurting, and you end up moping around and stuff. But um, it's very important to try to find that balance. So if you're in that situation right now, I just want to encourage you to just keep pushing on. You're gonna figure it out. You're gonna find it, the balance. Um, and once you do find that balance, I promise you, like your rate at which like you heal just like skyrockets. Um, it took me a while to find that balance, but I feel like once I did, I almost like became like a new. I don't want to say I turned into a new person, but I felt that way because I was just healing at such a fast rate. Where like weeks ago, I'm not talking about right now, but like where when I was in that position like weeks ago, a certain memory or thought or whatever would like literally make me break down, and then I just got to a point where like it just didn't affect me anymore. It just didn't bother me anymore, and it's crazy, but I mean, um, yeah. Praying also helped me a lot. I know not everyone's into that. That's if that's not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. But for me personally, just praying, asking God to help me to heal, to help me to um, yeah, to help me to heal, and to help me to just be able to forgive them, and well, if someone did something wrong to you, to forgive them, and to so just be able to move on from that situation. That helped me a ton. Um, yeah, I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just move on. Um, you also don't want to rely on closure, especially if it's like from a relationship. So many times coming out of relationships, we feel like we need closure. We need an explanation of why you did me dirty, or like or maybe like what I did wrong, or like whatever. And closure can be good. Um, it can be something that helps you heal, and something that helps you move on. But at the same time, you cannot depend on that. You cannot depend on that, because at that point, you're putting your healing in the hands of the other person. You're putting your healing in their hands, and you never want to put anything like that in someone else's hands. Um, so yeah, so many times people are stuck in like past relationships and past situations because they're just trying to figure out what went wrong, and what happened, and this and that and the other. And it's just, I get it, I totally get it, I totally do. But at the end of the day, um, you're gonna stay stuck in the situation if you don't realize that their closure isn't the end of the world. um, at the end of the day, the most important thing that should matter to you is you, um, and not especially like if it's a relationship that's dead and gone. um, you gotta keep going. You gotta pick your bag up and keep moving, because life doesn't stop. Life doesn't slow down for you. And like I said, it definitely is important to take some time to heal, to hurt, feel your emotions, to let that process play out. But at the same time, you don't want to um, stay there. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just and that again goes to like finding the balance. And it's a hard process. It's not easy. Like I said, there's going to be times where you do the wrong thing. There's going to be times you're going to have days that are way worse than others. But I promise you, um, if you keep moving in that direction, if you keep working at it every day, you're going to start to notice improvements. Um, I literally get the hiccups every time I do this. I don't know why. There has to be some type of like scientific explanation, but anyways, I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, the last point I have is kind of I literally I don't know. I don't know where I got these like notes from. I think the Lord gave them to me. But literally for this like last point I have, I put advanced. So this is an advanced tip. Um, but again, this is more so like for a relationship or anything. But at some point you have to forgive that person. At some point you have to accept what happened. What's done is done, and let's go. Like like I said, life keeps going. I'm not saying you gotta be friends with them. I'm not saying you gotta be buddy buddy. I'm not saying you gotta do what you gotta do, what's best for you, especially like in this day and age. Oh my gosh, I sound so old. Why am I saying these things? In this day and age of social media, like social media is a big part of your healing process. Like, what is that? You have to really evaluate. What does that look like for you? Do you need to block some people? Do you need to unadd some people, unfriend some people, unfollow some people? Whatever you have to do. And like some people might see it as like petty or like immature or like whatever, but you have to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. So if you need to block your ex, or if you need to unadd them or unfollow them, or even if it's not romantic, if you have like issues with some old friends and you just need to delete them off of social media to get your mind right, do it, do it, do it, do it. Because like I said, like if you're not doing what's best for you, who's gonna do that? If you're not loving yourself, who's gonna do that? So it's really important for you to do what you gotta do. But yeah, but like I said, it's very important to forgive them. So again, I'm not saying you gotta unblock them. I'm not saying you gotta add them back and like I said, be all buddy buddy. But it is important that at some point, you get to the point where you just kind of drop the beef, I mean, if there is any, hopefully you're in a point. I've never really had a relationship where I had to like forgive somebody. I mean, obviously you have to forgive them no matter what, but I'm saying I've never had like no one like cheat on me or like anything. Sorry, I hit my camera. I never had no one like cheat on me or like anything, of that sort where I had to like really, really forgive them. But if you're in a situation like that, it's not the end of the world. Especially if you're like going through a breakup or anything like that right now. I know it may seem like the end of the world. I know it may seem like you might not even know what like, I don't know how to say this, what is like life for, like what's the purpose, like why am I living, like I get it, I totally do. But I promise you, you just got to keep going, and at some point you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel. And it's gonna get better, I promise. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but at some point, especially if you allow yourself to heal, you find some distractions, you're gonna make it, I promise you. I definitely was at that point before. I've been there, and I'm at such a better place right now. Like I cannot explain to you how good I am doing. Like I cannot, especially like where I used to be. Yeah, a lot of that is thanks to me That sounded terrible. A lot of that is thanks to me kind of following these quote unquote tips, but most importantly, just giving it to God. Um, I'm trying not to freaking spill tea right now. Gosh, I think God just be wanting me to like spill all my tea. Um, but yeah, I've just been able to heal very very well these past few months, um, and it's all thanks to God. I've just really found peace in um, being able to like just give things to Him and just leave it at His feet and just you do what you do with it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna end on that note because look, y'all not getting all the tea tonight. Okay, it is a Monday. Whenever you're watching this, you're not about to get the tea tonight. But thank you for watching and listening. I don't know why I say that, like, because in my YouTube videos, I used to always say, thank you for watching. But now that, like, it's on Spotify, I can't just say thank you for watching. But, yeah, I appreciate all the support. Like I said, I hope and pray that this benefits you in some way, even if you're not in that season right now. Hopefully you're not, and you're in a freaking the best season of your life. But if that season never comes, or anything ever God forbid happens to you, why did I just say that like everyone's about to die that listens to this? Like, wow, like this is why. Yeah, but what I mean to say is like this will always be here, this video, this podcast, whatever. So you can always come back to it, and um, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna end it now because this is it started off really good, and this is just turning into a disaster. So yeah, thank you all for watching, listening, whatever. And I will see you all next week. Peace.